beautiful beings. How are you doing? We've been going through some major astrological influences, and we've had an eclipse, we've had a new moon, summer solstice. So how does it feel to be on the other side of this mega eclipsing? We're right in the middle of this wormhole, this sort of sideways elevator. It's almost like we're taking quantum leaps through spaces and places in our life. So how are you doing? Please let me know. Like, leave a comment below so I can see how you're all doing. And if you have any specific questions about guidance, like this reading or any other past readings, or a question that you'd like me to ask that's globally minded or globally hearted, pop that in the comments below. So let us see where we are. Again, I said we've been through this eclipse, a new moon, we're in Cancer, summer has started here in the Northern Hemisphere. We've had the solstice, which is a big time for us, a big time for celebration, or depending if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, you may be going more inward to that wintry part of life too. So where are we and what is going on? Today we're going to be reading with angel cards and see what the angels have to say. I know they've been wanting to come in. Today I received 2 great archangels. So I want to see what the angels have to say and want to share with us. So let us take a moment here to settle into our space, to quieten the mind, turn the breath, the mind into a slower pace so we aren't just outside of ourselves. So take a moment here, breathing in, breathing out, and allowing our minds just to be crystal clear. No ideas, no thoughts about anything. We're simply asking for guidance, anything that we need right now in this moment. Another deep breath. And let us see. Oh, it is a great archangel, Archangel Gabriel. And I always find this interesting because I did a reading earlier on, and there was, in the reading, was a heart activation, a high heart activation. And here again, this high heart activation, if you've been following these videos, you'd have seen this same card, this high heart activation, as well as where it is located in this image on Archangel Gabriel here. It's in that thymus area. And the meditation that I'd done earlier on in the reading was seeing that 6-pointed star, that Star of David, the masculine, the feminine, that upward facing pyramid or triangle, then the downward facing pyramid coming into the thymus. And we were receiving this activation. So again, this was this activation here, but it also says communication. What is it that you need to communicate, especially from that high-hearted, spiritual-hearted place in your life? What is it that you need to say to the angels? What is it that you need to say to Creator, to Source? What is it that you need to communicate clearly? Normally, on a daily basis, if we take a little check-in on our thoughts and our thinking and the way we think, we normally focus our attention on what we don't have. And so then we complain again because all the things that we don't want seemingly come to us. But if we start to focus our attention on what it is that we are truly wanting to manifest in our life, this is a method of communicating to Source, to the great archangels, so that we can step into that place of our own empowerment, if you will. But this is coming from that high-hearted place, not just from the dill-dalling around in the world that we need this and we need that, but really what it is that we need on a spiritual level, so that we can really activate that place within inside of us, activate that high heart. And this high heart's connected to our thymus too, our immunity. And of course, where we are in the world, we need a strong immunity so that we can fight off any kind of infections or any kind of bacteria or viruses, right? So what is it that you need for yourself to be in that almost immune place, that place that's immune to whatever else is going on in the world? How can we strengthen our mental, emotional, and spiritual immunity to. So focusing on communicating on what it is that you need to communicate. And they tell me again about the archangels, that it's time for us to communicate clearly with the archangels what it is that you need specifically from your spiritual perspective, not from your 3D perspective, from that 5D perspective, from that which is helping you move into that higher place of your own true self. So what is it that you're communicating on a daily basis? How can you shift that from your 3D mindset of not having enough or things aren't good enough to a higher spiritual place? And I know this is a time for rebirthing for many. It's phoenix coming out of the ashes. This is a time for your own true rebirth. Again, what is it what we want to bring into the world? Focus on that, what you truly want, not on the things that you don't want. So communicate clearly with yourself, with your spiritual self, with the archangels, and with source. Communicate from that place of your heart, high heart. And that way, when we are communicating from our high heart, we are actually, in fact, and this is what they're saying, is what's the word here? We are inspiring a true immunity to those lower vibrations, that we can stand in a place where we are immune to the lower vibrations on this planet, so that we can get more in strength, that we can be more empowered, that we can be more inspired. So hopefully this inspires you to find that place in your high heart. Another little tip here is tapping that thymus area with a gentle tap, a rhythmic tap. So maybe a 1, 2, 3, a 1, 2, 3. So on a physical level, we can do that to help our immunity. But then also in the spiritual place is, what is it that we're feeding ourselves from that mental plane? How can we step into that place of a higher immunity to the world and what's going on? And Archangel Gabriel, she's ushering that in for you now. So again, hopefully that all made sense. From my heart to yours, may you always be blessed. Namaste. And again, this is Belinda Pearl, and you can always find me at belindapearl.com. Please leave a comment below. If you're watching this anyway, subscribe and say hello. I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Namaste.